everyone, this is Cuddly, Kitwana. A happy 4th of July to all my American viewers, and I went through my toy collection to see if I actually have a toy that would be worth featuring and celebrating this 4th of July on this episode, which falls on the 4th of July in 2020. And even though there's not much to celebrate right now with things going on in the world, I did find one toy that would be appropriate for today's episode, today's 4th of July episode of Kitwana's Toys. It's an action figure from 2014 made by NECA, the Captain America Battle Damage Unmasked version, with the likeness of Chris Evans, who portrayed Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, in the Avengers movie of 2012, and this figure is based on that movie. Actually, I do not know a lot about the Avengers movies and all these characters in there, I'm honest. But I got this action figure as a random purchase while I was on vacation in California, and in Santa Monica, California, I found a toy store, a small independent toy store called Puzzle Zoo on the 3rd Street Promenade, and they had this action figure on sale, actually a couple of years after it came out. This figure is from 2014, and as I said, it is a really cool collectible. Take a look at the head. I want to start up top with the hair. You can see it's a mix of black and kind of a blonde mixed in as well, and I think his face is fantastic. It's got the blue eyes, and you can even see traces of his beard. And if we go further down, we can see the battle damage across his body. You can see the dirty spots, and there is great detail. And I said it's the unmasked version, so you can see the mask. Actually, it's made of a kind of a softer material, kind of a rubber, but you cannot actually put on the mask over his head. However, his head is interchangeable, so you can remove his head. Actually, the same goes for the hands. He came with another set of hands that I unfortunately no longer have. So I put on his hands in fist form, and of course there's his shield, which is nicely battle damaged as well. I can see the traces of the Battle of New York, and the shield actually is removable, and it's held in place by 2 rubber straps. Here's his shield. This is actually made out of plastic, but you can see the rubber straps on back. This actually just slides over his left arm, and that gives us the opportunity to take a look at Captain America in full glory. He's actually able to stand alone, although a doll stand definitely would be a good idea, because it's got a lot of articulation. Actually, over 25 points of articulation. The head moves back and forth and left and right, and there's articulation at the shoulders and at the elbows and at the wrists, of course. With the elbows would be a little bit more movable, but of course this lower arm also swivels around, so the elbow joint is actually kind of like a ball joint. That's really cool. And also at the shoulders his arms can go in and out, so there's plenty of posability. Another joint is on its lower body. Actually, there's two joints, and its legs, there's also one joint on the hips and another on his upper legs. If you want to display the figure, you have to check that the zipper parts are lined up correctly, otherwise it looks a little bit weird. But this gives the figure a great posability. Also, there are knee joints as well, of course, and the knees actually move all the way around. There's also a point of articulation right at his ankles, but this joint actually doesn't do much. You can barely move his shoes, so I don't see the point of that. It's meant well, but doesn't actually do anything, and that's something you can see on a couple of other NECA figures. It's not possible to make him sit, unfortunately. That's about the furthest it can go. And moving the legs back. So that's a bit of a minus, but still there's a lot of action poses that you can do with this figure. And what I really love are the shoes. There's great detail on the figure's shoes. You can see the profile, and they do have pegs as well. So you could set this figure onto a diorama base if you wish, and then it would stand more properly. This is a very heavy figure. The quality is really good. His pockets here actually also kind of a somewhat softer material, but they do not come off. Same goes for his masks. It's also it's molded on. This is truly a cool figure for display and play. It is very sturdy. So yeah, that's about what I can say about this figure. Unfortunately, I no longer have the original packaging and the other set of hands, but I like to display him like this, and of course with the shield. So, and if you are a fan of the Avengers or Captain America specifically, this figure is still available. I just saw it on Amazon for something just over $80, and there's also a couple on eBay, but definitely more expensive there at around $120 currently. But if you love Chris Evans and Captain America, this figure is definitely for you. As I said, it's a somewhat rare unmasked version, and I really like that a lot. As you know, I like realistic action figures and dolls, and these type of toys, so I simply had to get this figure when I saw it. Was a completely unplanned purchase, very random. This is a fantastic display piece, or even a great toy for older kids and adults, of course, thanks to its posability. And I wonder how Captain America would handle this COVID-19 pandemic. I'm sure he would have a solution. So, yeah, I'll definitely keep this figure in my collection and proudly display it. As always, feel free to reach out to me in the comments and talk about your favorite Marvel or Captain America toys. I'd love to learn and hear from you. So that was it for today's episode of Kitwana's Toys. Happy Independence Day to all my American viewers again, and please celebrate safely this holiday weekend. Wear a mask. It is very important that we get this pandemic under control as soon as possible, rather sooner than later, and you can do your part, and it's not that hard. Just wear that damn mask and exercise social distancing if you celebrate your country today and this weekend. And remember that Black Lives Matter too. And I'll see you in the next episode of Kitwana's Toys. Goodbye.